All right, family, how y'all doing today? Happy Wednesday. So, I got to clear something up real quick. Happy Black History Month. God damn it. You got a guy out there named Jason Whitlock. He says that Black History Month is stupid and divisive or whatever the fuck. And you got people out there who think that I don't know, by not celebrating Black History Month, you're doing everybody else some kind of disservice. Like they don't get a month. Everybody get to popping that shit when Black History Month come around. You dig me? But they don't understand. They don't understand. I'm a history junkie. Or maybe they do understand and they're just trying to pander to white people. But I'm a history junkie. I've been that way since I was a child. And, I used to gobble up history in school. I loved that shit. Social studies class. It was basically history. European history, though, mostly. And then when we got to American history, it was a whole different vibe altogether. But it was all, watered down and all that. I didn't learn no real history until I went to the Institute of Black Awareness. And at the Institute of Black Awareness, I learned about Black heroes and scholars and inventors that were not singers and dancers. They were, businessmen, artists, and professors and doctors and lawyers and things. And soldiers. Those are the people I learned about when I went to Institute of Black Awareness and learned about real Black history. So I have a deep respect for history, and I think Black History Month it's the shortest fucking month of the year. I get it. I understand. But don't, just because it's the shortest, don't mean it's not the most influential. But what Donald Trump did do, he didn't get rid of Black History Month. And if he did, I'd celebrate it anyway. But what he did was, he got this war on DEI going on in the federal government. So he killed all the DEI programs. So at the Department of Defense, they are not going to celebrate or even acknowledge really what they call identity months. So they're going to get rid of women's history, Asian American history, Pride Month, National Hispanic Heritage Month, Disability Month, Pregnant Lady Month, Big Dick Month. Every month they're getting rid of it. All of them. They got to go away because ain't no more DE goddamn I. You feel me? So that was one of the things, and everybody took that shit and ran with it and said that Black History Month might be in trouble. It might be in trouble for the white folks, but black people like me, we're going to always celebrate Black History Month. We celebrate Black history all fucking year, so, y'all see how I do. But February is going to always be Black History Month, and there's that. So Donald Trump didn't cancel the shit, so people need to go ahead and let that go, because that's some bullshit. You dig me? What we need to be watching is the expansion of the war in the Middle East. Because y'all know, them folks was over here talking to Donald Trump, and Donald Trump talking about putting some soldiers into harm's way. Some people came over here and talked to Donald Trump. They took pictures and everything. And now Donald Trump talking about taking some property and putting some people over there and, waterfront property and developing this and bulldozing that. Go check out the video. And you know who kids and grandkids gonna get sent the fuck over there? Yours and mine. That's why I talk about that shit, because people act like that thing that's happening in the Middle East don't affect us. But 3 American soldiers got killed, early on, a while back. All 3 of them was black. So miss me with we shouldn't be concerned about that shit. Because we ass deep in it. The recruiters stay up in my high school. The recruiter always up in there, talking to the churn, trying to get them to sign up. You dig me? So we got to be concerned about that. We got to steer our kids, kind of direct our kids in a different way. Or let them see what war really is and what war really does and why they at war and why they being asked to go and sacrifice their life. You know, I think that should be required reading. But they done dumb down the education system and everything get glorified. And not when I was a youngster. Quick story. They got a Vietnam War documentary on Netflix. Back during the Vietnam War, the reporters used to travel with the soldiers and be right there at filming the battle. And you see people get, shot and killed right there on TV, on wounded villages being burned, all of that shit right there on your TV on the 6 o'clock news in the Vietnam War. And it turned the whole country against war. Whole country against war. They don't do that shit no more. You don't get to see that shit no more. You see that little drone footage, that little faded out black and white drone footage when a smart bomb blows something up. Or you have to go to special websites to see what the war really does to people. But the United States is about to get ass deep back in the Middle East. You know we got to keep our war machine going. Back in the Middle East. And they about to displace all them people. And they're going to use our kids to do it. So be watching that. Be paying attention to that shit. You know what I mean? Black people don't even concern yourself with DE goddamn I. Because we wasn't in the shit anyway. We wasn't in it anyway. We was always all the way down at the bottom of people who benefited from DEI. They're going to fire some white women. Matter of fact, I think it's one of them things. It's much ado about nothing. Symbolism. What Peter Tosh used to call politics. I think Peter Tosh used to say that. That's what they called it back in the day, politics. And the shit stem. That's what they used to call it. You get to be an old head like me. You can draw from that shit. But yeah, that's why I don't worry about too much. I told y'all, man, they was gonna come to a deal with Canada and Mexico, and they wasn't finna charging people no 25% on. They wasn't finna put no 25% tariff on Canada. It wasn't gonna happen. It was just some bullshit. He might have tried it if the stock market hadn't crashed, but maybe, I don't know how they didn't think about something called unintended consequences of some of the shit they do. You know what I mean? Unintended consequences. You start threatening the goddamn commerce, the world commerce, the markets are going to crash. And they're all going to look at you. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get far, far worse. But I do believe it's going to be a long, hot motherfucking summer. And the people going to be in the streets. And it's going to be terrible. I hope not, but that's what I see happening. Anyway, thanks for coming by and listening to me talk my shit. Hit the subscribe button on your way out. I'm trying to get to that 15K. I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good night. TC, and I'm out. Peace.